Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to Motherland. We're now on to episode 7, which is called Mother Mycelium. I hope I'm saying Mycelium right. But yes, we are now getting towards the end of the season. Last episode, we kind of had things pick up in the sense of Raelle basically frantically looking for Scylla because everyone was kind of pretending that, you know, Scylla was a non-entity, which in my review for the last episode, I said was not the right way to handle it. And the truth was that they actually had captured her and they have her being held somewhere. And they're trying to obviously get spree information out of her, but it looks like she's staying quiet and obviously using the spell that she cast on herself and Raelle a couple of episodes ago to let Raelle know she's still alive and probably try to rescue her. With all of that out of the way, let's get into this episode and see where we're going, see if Raelle figures things out. And if you have been here before and you've watched this before, you like my reactions, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join the fam, and then we can just hang together. You know, let's just do this, you and me. We ain't got nothing better to do. The whole world's on pause, right? Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the episode. Let go.
The last war. Eat. I know you're hungry.
What's in the food?
No.
I knew it wasn't food. I knew it wasn't food.
Just let me in.
Oh, okay. We're learning some new tricks.
Stop until there's total liberation.
Y'all are terrible at interrogation. Like, honestly, I don't even know why you're talking to her. Just get, if you can get into her brain, just get in her brain. Although I gotta say, the broken plate thing, that was just salty and petty. I kinda stand. And I just gotta throw an apology out there, guys. I keep messing up Alder's name, and I don't know if it's just a mental block, but sorry. I know I've called her Alder and Adler off and on throughout the series. I'm sorry. One day I'll get it right.
Grief is wild, remember? You told me that.
And someone else told her. And so it goes for times untold.
If you ever want to ditch her, I could take your own base.
Adele.
Bella. Abby.
Okay. Enough. Mm-hmm. What you doing right here, though?
He's cute.
He is.
Can I eat my breakfast?
I think you should bring Raelle in. I think she's the only one who can cure this for some reason.
Medical reports from The Hague. Past couple of months, terminal cases like this in various war zones. It's something new. Unnatural, maybe human-made. The vibrations cause a pleurosis, ensuring we protect her lungs.
Ah! It's spreading!
Quick!
Look what you did! Please never sing again. Please never sing again. Okay, so the voice is out. Maybe we can become a painter.
Let me be clear.
I don't want to be in this class.
Think you're about to.
Ma'am.
We learned linking. An essential combat skill.
What?
Breathing, if you listen closely enough, is a kind of song.
I feel like a little nick on the wrist would have been okay.
Through this music. And soldiers, as you can see, it often means life or death.
Yeah, she's like y'all.
Thank you, soldier.
She said a little first aid. You slit her throat. What the hell?
That Christo pagan nonsense is
is not how this is done. Well, it's how I learned it. And how'd that work out for Porter?
Okay. Apparently it works in reverse. So you're just the apocalypse, huh?
And yes, waking up too fast will make you sick to your stomach. Return to your partners to start the linking exercise again.
When does waking up too fast ever make you sick to your stomach?
I've heard whispers about a growing debate in Congress to revoke the accord, disband the army. How could they justify that?
Fear.
Spree? Killing thousands of people and freezing them in pools and making them kill themselves, maybe? Just a guess.
In their range.
What happened to 38th flight?
Take a walk and I can tell you the rest of the story.
The story of the frozen wagon. I'll walk for that.
I like that. She got game. See that? Take a walk and I'll tell you the story. Okay.
Well, it's just one of our bats bringing in.
Do you know that spell, 6th generation bellwether? I didn't think you did. You got lots to learn, baby girl. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. But you don't want to hear that? That's what you do.
Are you ready to tell me the how and why of the Bellwether wedding attack?
There's no reason to protect their house.
This is Fort Salem. We don't fold either.
You thought, this is Anacostia, girl. She's been learning the hard knock life before you was born. He looks like he's up to something. Y'all, I think you need to stop trying to heal her because it's making it worse. She needs Rael. I think Rael's the only one who can do this. Well, that's why it happens when you get the note wrong, girl. What was you thinking? In Beyonce's internet. Nerve of you.
I know someone who could help you.
There we go. Except she's got that thing on her finger, so maybe things might go psycho. I don't know.
First time, my point is,
You're weird.
I'm reckless and I put us all in danger several times.
I love that she started with that. You're
Right,
weird.
what I'm trying to say is,
You're powerful.
There we go. We could have started with that, though, Abigail.
I need your help.
But it wouldn't have been her. She didn't start with an insult first.
You're truly gifted with sight, Tally.
She did do really good at the finding game.
How long has she been like this?
Whatever this thing is that's afflicting her, it won't let go without a fight.
Well, you got 3 fighters, so let's do this. Come on, girls. Hold on for strength. You 3 need to work together.
She did it.
Did she?
Rael, call
How do you know my name?
Yeah.
her. You're the witch who saved my life. Thank you.
Something went wrong. This isn't right.
Yeah, it's supposed to go to her.
What do you mean? I always take on the illness, even if it's just a little bit.
See what happens when you apply yourself.
I mean, maybe, but also no. Maybe the thing on her finger actually saved her? Je confused. Uh-oh. Rael introduced it. That's what happened. It absorbed it. I knew it. It's the finger thing.
Abigail. I want to thank you for what you and your friends did for my sister.
Oh, we thank each other by making out.
Please.
Cool.
So
That's way prettier, by the way.
Right now. You are everything.
I knew that was coming. Slick. They got moves out in the desert here. You thought these nomads didn't have no more game than they got out here?
Imagine what we could do with this power. What the military could achieve.
Oh God, he had to ruin it.
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't.
Adele, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I didn't mean.
She was really, it's not her fault. It's literally been drilled into her since she was born. The conditioning is real. Oh, I guess they're bringing her in because she was Scylla's target.
They're gonna tell you horrible things about you.
That are all true.
All of them. Please don't believe everything they tell you.
It's all true.
This to you.
Found her breaking point. Anacostia is hard. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. She's so badass. She was like, you keep pushing me, y'all. You think I can't find all the buttons.
Sorry, Scylla. Gotta break a few legs.
Oh, she did. She didn't. You should not have crossed Anacostia. She warned you. Didn't she tell us she was savage?
Fail, and you can kiss War College goodbye. Make me proud.
Anacostia has spoken. Y'all better recognize. She's gonna try to manipulate the girl now. Tell me these songs. Everything's dying. What's wrong with your song? Bye bye, biddies. Kitty's got claws. Mm-hmm. And game, set, match. You got schooled by a girl who's still in pull-ups. Who needs parachutes when you have drugs? By the way, kids, don't try this at home. You will die. You will die. And that's that. Gotta wait to the next episode to find out what happens with the city drop. Okay, guys. Well, that was episode 7 of Motherland, and we ended with the girls finally starting to get into some real world missions. They've been training for, we don't really know how long. They've really been very blurry with the timelines on this show, but it's been a minute, and now here is a chance for them, as Anacostia said, to show whether or not any of this training is actually helping, if it's actually working. My guess is that they're being sent into the factory that we just saw Anacostia pull from Scylla's mind. So this episode was quite interesting. There was a few more things that were kind of, again, we still don't know enough about Adler and that, or Alder, sorry. I'm sorry, I keep mixing up her name. I swear it's a mental block. I don't know why. Yeah, I was hoping we would get more information on her past, about more of like how she ended up where she did. But again, all we're still sensing is that there's definitely tension between her and some of these smaller sects of witches who have clearly been trying to stay out of the whole witches versus human battle. Like, it seems like from what we've seen, what was his name? Alim and his sister, they both, you know, their sect seems to be trying to stay away from everything. It doesn't look like they're just anti-military witches. They're like, we just don't want to deal with people. We're just trying to stay hidden with our cool songs that make us invisible and just chill, but it's not working out. So anyway, very interesting though that they're clearly very anti-military. So I wouldn't say that they're spree though. I don't think that they're spree. I could be wrong. Maybe they are part of the reason that spree started. But I would say that if they had to choose a side, they would go to the spree side, in the sense of that they don't seem to be happy with how, as I mentioned in the last couple of episodes, they're not happy with the way that Alder's chosen to use the songs. They clearly feel like they should be kept within the community. I really liked at the end how the girl kind of showed her, like, I'm sorry, I love scenes like that. I love it. I knew it too. Like, I'm like, this girl cannot be, like, she knew Rael's full government name. She was all like, no girl, you got me, cool, thanks so much, give me some food and water. You go, like, this girl is on another level. This girl is channeling consciousnesses of, like, many, many generations past. No way is she gonna be fooled by Alder being like, oh, could you teach me some songs to say thank you? Nah, girl, nah, she sees through that. She's not about it. She ain't there. She sat there and schooled her. She's like, oh, I'm gonna teach you this song. Let's see if you can handle it. You're not ready. 200 and what? How old are you? 240, 260 years old? You can't handle this, girl. You can't handle his weight, son. You need to tap out of this battle. Everything around them was dying, throat cracking up. It's like, no, girl, you out of practice. You rusty. Thanks for coming out though, but you ain't it. And I feel like this season, towards the end of it, which we're almost there because we only got 2 more episodes after this one, or yeah, 2 more, 8, 9, 10, sorry, 3. Yeah, I feel like Alder's gonna start to recognize that potentially she's not as, I don't want to say as important. I think it's more a matter of maybe the decision that Alder made 200 years ago was the right one at that time, or so she felt, but the world's changed a lot in over 200 years, and maybe her way is no longer working. And I feel like maybe Alder might be trapped in a place of feeling like she's got to hold on to this sense of being right to justify this decision she made all these years ago and stick to it, you know, like not waver. But as I said, she might be alone on that boat because it seems like more and more witches, even within the military, are losing faith in her. They're not liking her secrecy. They're not liking how she's withholding a lot, not making a lot of moves. I'm still not 100% convinced that she's a good guy at this point. But yeah, so it's quite interesting. And like I said, it's just sad to me. I feel like we should be getting more on Alder because I think it could feed into what's going on with the witches and the army and everything today. Because I feel like the show keeps putting this as like a really major thing, like the spree and the humans and versus witches and the whole thing. But we haven't really seen or heard a lot of what triggered it, how it really was. We literally had 1 episode with a play that told us about how the accord was signed, and that's it. I feel like in 10 episodes, we should have more world building, and we don't have a lot of that. Like outside of like the first 2 episodes, like I said, we really haven't seen much of what the world is like, how humans are feeling. We've seen no humans. That's really weird. Outside of the president, we've really not seen any humans and heard what they're thinking and gotten a pulse for them. And I think that in a world like this, yes, I know the show is about witches, but it's not just a world of witches, it's a world of witches and humans. So we should be seeing more of their side of the story as well. Outside of that, we of course had whatever is brewing between Abigail and, is it Alim? I think it's Alim or Alim. I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. For some reason, names take me a minute to stick with this show. Yeah, there seems to be something there. I'm here for it if there could potentially be a relationship, although it sounds like he might have gone back to wherever they're going. But I like how they were kind of setting up their relationship to be where, you know, we've got Abigail, who's born, bred, 6th generation bellwether, you know, she's just so military born and bred. It's been indoctrinated, literally like sewn into her baby blankets. And then you've got this guy who, he's not a yes man. Like you see most of the guys she's interacted with so far, like she's basically been the alpha and they've just followed her around. This guy pushed back. This guy gave her tit for tat, and she clearly was down with that because I think, you know, a lot of alpha personalities like people who stand up for themselves. And that's what this guy was like. You know, he kind of called Abigail on a lot of her arrogance and also was not afraid to tell her what he thought of the military and the militarization, I should say, of the witchcraft. And so there's potential for that to be a very interesting relationship if they do develop it. In that, obviously, he's also got a very extreme view of the militarization of the witchcraft, and not all of that is bad, obviously. Like, that's what I think Abigail was very clumsily trying to say, is that the military is not all bad. However, you know, she also has to learn that there are some things about the military and what they're doing. Like he mentioned, like this is the first time that we've heard that those cyclones that we saw that are outside of Fort Salem are a result of them using magic. I thought it was them doing it for practice or something. Briefly touched, we saw the whole Tally Garrett situation. Honestly, I don't really care. and it's nothing against Tally. I feel a bit bad because I feel like her character is being relegated to only having the storyline of being the girl who lost her virginity, having her eyes open to the world. And while that's great, I'd like to see more layers to Tally. Like, I really liked how the desert guy said to her, oh, like, you've got really good seeing abilities. Like, that's uncommon. And she was like, oh, I had no idea. Like, I don't know why I can do this. We saw it with her doing that flag exercise a couple episodes ago as well. But they didn't go any further. Like, it just kind of got dropped. And the show does a lot of that. Like, they'll bring up something and kind of make it a thing for a character, and then it just gets dropped. Like, you should give me some, even if just a 1-minute spiel, to explain to me what's going on, because all these things help us to round out these characters and make them more interesting and make us see why this trio is so special amongst all the other trios of obviously powerful witches. It was good to see more to Scylla. I know that we've seen a little bit of her hesitating where Raelle was concerned, but we actually get to see that potentially she is starting to regret all the death that she's caused. And that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to see from like episode 1, where Scylla was concerned. If I felt like she was really genuinely sorry or really genuinely regretting the innocent lives she was taking, because I get it, there's a whole other witches versus humans thing that we, like I said, haven't touched on yet. I get it, that might exist, but it still doesn't excuse killing children and old people and innocent people. Like, just this swath of murdering innocents. It makes no sense. And I'll never find a justification for that I think is okay. So I wanted to hear that. When I heard Anacostia say, when I linked with her, I felt her regret. I felt that she doesn't, that she's regretting what she's done. That's what I wanted to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please go ahead and hit that like button. Please throw your comments below if there's anything you want to share and chat about. I love getting involved with you. And yeah, if you like this and you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, see ya.